Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrew Taylor. I'm the CTO of Jwaala. Now, about 2 months ago, Javelin Strategy released a report where they did some analysis looking at what was important from a consumer behavior standpoint related to banking. They asked a very simple question. What's important to you when you're deciding which financial institution to switch to? The number one response was rates and fees. The number two response was online banking features and capabilities. Down there at 4 and 5 were branches and ATM network. So online capabilities trumped branches and ATMs. Number 3 was customer service. Online features trumped customer service. Now, the interesting thing, though, is that for most financial institutions, and there's over 10,000 in the US, for most financial institutions, online banking today is little more than a real-time statement with bill pay. And it's been like that for 3 or 4 years. In the meantime, the internet has basically gone crazy with innovation. So the disconnect between online banking and what consumers want and demand is really quite large. So that disconnect has started to fade away, at least for about a dozen financial institutions so far that have signed up with Jwaala to make the money tracker solution available to their customers and members. So that as an intro, I'm going to go ahead and start hopping into a quick demo of Jwaala Money Tracker. So Money Tracker is either an extension to existing online banking solutions or it's a complete replacement for existing online banking solutions. It's sold to banks and credit unions. This is not a straight-to-consumer application. Now, Money Tracker brings to bear a full set of, call them Web 2.0 capabilities for consumers. And I'm just going to go through a handful of those features, and we can look at more at the booth afterwards. Here I'm looking at a dashboard feature within Money Tracker, where as a consumer, I've gone ahead and added my recent transactions over $100, my recent documents. I've got a Costco category spending report here. I've got my FICO history. All this is presented in a dashboard way right inside of Money Tracker. If you want to add some additional information, you can just click on Add, pick a transactions widget, for example, and that gets added right in here to the dashboard. If you're familiar with iGoogle or PageFlakes or NetVibes, this is really bringing that metaphor but into online banking now. So here I've got a transactions widget with my most recent transactions. I can customize that to say I want this to be just the most recent Costco transactions over $100. And I really just care about the most recent 6 transactions. And oh, I would like that to be embeddable. I've now customized that widget to be a Costco over $100 transaction widget. So, you know, let's say my wife is spending way more than she should at Costco these days, and I really, really want to keep track of that, and the dashboard isn't good enough. I can actually go take that widget now, and since I marked it as embeddable, I can drop it right into my iGoogle dashboard, my PageFlakes, my NetVibes, my Facebook, my blog, my wiki. I can stick it anywhere that I can embed things, just like YouTube. There's a whole slew of widgets available. You can embed any of them wherever you want. And we'll actually work with customers, provide them source code, and they can write their own widgets to extend the Money Tracker platform. Here I've also gone ahead and added the same widgets right into a sample blog just to show the world how much we're spending at Costco these days. So the other thing I want to touch on feature-wise is we think it's really important to be able to find things. Obviously, Google has basically made it clear that search is a killer application on the internet. But when you go to online banking, you pretty much can't find anything. There is no search, or it's a very cumbersome search. So we make it very simple. I can just go right to this transaction history, and let's say I want to find all my Costco transactions. Costco. So there's all my recent Costco transactions. But if I want to narrow that down even more, I can say Costco around $100 last quarter. And there's my 8 transactions to Costco that are around $100 from last quarter. We have a natural language search with a specific financial search grammar built right into Money Tracker. You can pretty much type in anything you want, and we'll go off and find the transactions. You can type in 2 dates with the word 2 in front of it, or in between them, 2008. And just like with Google Maps, you type in 2 addresses with the word 2 in between it, poof, you find directions. Here we show you the transactions that are between those 2 dates, and you can just keep adding criteria like you can with Google, for example. So, you know, to summarize, Money Tracker is a solution that's sold to banks and credit unions. It brings to bear a full set of PFM, online document management, asset management, net worth management, cash flow reports, pretty much everything you can think of but sold to banks and credit unions so they can make that capability available to their consumers. It's basically a bank or credit union's way to get their version of Quicken, Money, Mint, Jwaala, Bucksford, or all these other straight-to-consumer solutions. This is making it available for banks and credit unions to arm them for the next 5 years of online banking. Feel free to come by and get some more information. There's 2 of us here today. If you're a bank or credit union, we'd really, really like to talk with you. And thank you very much for your attention.